There is a light shining so bright, can't even see it, no matter how hard you try. Because it is so bright, the universe is careful about when and how it will be shown to you. It will wait until you are more than ready. How is everyone tonight? This is a poem that I wrote in 2018 or 2019. Anyways, it's been about a year or something like that. From what I can remember, I just felt like it was a good idea to put it at the beginning of this podcast. So I just want to be really honest and heartfelt in this podcast because that's just the mood that I'm in, and I don't want to cover it with pretty stories and tips and tricks, for life. I just today is April 20th, so it's 420. I think that weed and marijuana is so amazing to fight for in terms of legalization. I'm so happy that Montreal, Sweden is legalized. So happy. So congrats to Canada because we had been waiting for that one. And I think that the US, it won't be long until everything is legalized, and I think that Paris should catch up and, do something about that. I also wanted to talk about something on this session, this podcast, this little high talk. Just about what I think, how I view dance as an art form, because I do believe that it's quite different than how people in the dance world view their art. Because, well, basically, when you're in the dance world, you're being asked to or some kind of aesthetics are very they change, but they change slow, and if you don't fit in those certain aesthetics, then you're kind of too out of the box. And what I really love is being out of the box, and is being different, and is being the underdog. Yeah, bring art back to the people. I don't think we should be starving our bodies or seeing our bodies in such critical ways as dancers. I think that people who don't dance professionally or haven't gone through it don't know how it's like from the inside, but I mean, there's so many negative things that I am really working actively in changing, and I'm doing it slow because I'm very young. I'm only 24 years old, and I want to go out there and change this world, and I want to pass by the dance world if possible. If not, just do what I can to stand up against things that I don't think are healthy or helpful, and help create a new way of being more in line and more logical with what is best for all sides. And that includes me, and that includes you, and that includes every girl that just wants to, and every boy that just wants to dance. And so then I go to this new kind of environment for me, and that's painting and the painter's world, which is a different environment totally from the dance world. It's so different. but it's still art and creation. It's like in those same categories, so it's not that different. It's almost like painting is dance's cousin, and they're just cousins. And I feel like painting gave me some kind of perspective about dance and how to make a movement really means something. Just like when you put blue on your canvas, it means something even if you don't know in the moment what it means. Sometimes it appears as the painting dries, and so that kind of spontaneous creation that you get in painting, you actually don't usually get it that much or that often in dance, because dance in many people's minds had to be replicated over and over and over again in the same exact ways for that to become kind of a product, I would say, like something that can go from theater to theater. And I just don't think that you can really get to your full, like, being in the moment potential if you are so um, trained to do certain things only. Then for sure you're gonna stay in the confines of that box that you are put into. And it goes very deep, but I think that painting, for instance, is about going outside of any box. It's so encouraged. It's what we're looking for, I would say, especially in modern art, of course, and abstract art and contemporary art, to be honest. So now, today. And that's when I decided to try it. I'm still on the journey, and I've created a show and just testing it. Like, how can we do it from another place, that is not stuck, that is not the note. It is fluid. It is completely fluid, and anything could happen, really. Um, and I'm still working on it, and I'm very happy with what happened so far. I would definitely like to explore other facets of this kind of intuition and feeling and research that I'm conducting just for the fun of it. And because I feel like it's my purpose to go in that direction, to explore it, to enjoy it, to have fun with arts, whatever discipline it is. It could be painting, it could be dance, it could be singing, it could be music, it could be filmmaking and photography. Yeah, those are really blessings. But to be honest, I've had a ton. I've made a ton of mistakes, and I've had a ton of, like, just relationship chaos in the past few years where I was so driven, but I really forgot about, like, taking care of my relationships, and I was going through a really rough time. So I knew that the only thing I could really do was, like, jump into work and work my ass off. And so I did it, and I achieved what I needed to achieve, what was needed of me, and what I wanted to do. I did it, and I'm so happy to say that I did it. It feels great. Um, and I'm still, as I was saying, still on the search, still looking back and understanding what went wrong, or like how I could have done things differently, and also just like not focusing on this too much, just but definitely in the recent 2 years, I would say, I've had a lot of, like, really difficult encounters that also have shaped me in a way, because I'm way more sure of what I want versus what I don't want. And what I actually want is love. All I want is good feelings towards different artists that I'm working with, or other personal relationships in my life in general. But I do think that, like, the people that I'm working with, I just want it to be um just like respectful and supportive environment. That would be what I'm looking for in people that want to work with me in the future. That will be a requirement to have to have worked on your self-love in your heart, so you know what you're doing with the people that you encounter outside of you. So I can only honestly say that I can put that on my CV. That's something that I've definitely done, and I think that if there was an exam on this, I would get A plus because I studied this shit. But yeah, I think that having some kind of issues in relationships is definitely okay, and then you learn a lot about it. Like, when you wait, that's also something that I'm struggling with. I'm restless. I just, like, I'm having trouble to really rest. Like, I'm always kind of on the go, and sometimes, I'm chilling, but in my head I'm just like calculating things, and honestly it can be a strength too. I definitely don't consider it only a weakness, because yeah, I deserve a break too, but I have a trouble giving myself a break, and in the end, well, I work a lot, and I work more thanks to that kind of restless mind that I have, where I always want to, like, grab onto life and surrender to it too, just like live it and exist it and to the fullest, That's and in freedom, to have my freedom is very important for me. And I think we're all so lucky that we live in a world where, if you're listening to me right now, you are one of the lucky people in this on this planet. I also think that having the internet can really, really, like, is a strength, a huge strength in overcoming many problems that are happening in the world right now, like world hunger. And in every big city, I know there are some villages where this does not happen, and I'm so happy about that. But every big city that I've been to, there's people on the street, and I really think that there's many, many things that can be done for these people, and there's not enough funding, there's not enough room in shelters, and there's not enough food, help, and just um, anything that can help people that are down and out. Psychological help, even making art, which is something that I did for myself, first of all, when I was in a very difficult financial situation, but also for refugees, when I worked as a teaching artist, and I gave these kind of therapeutic free painting, free dancing classes, and everyone enjoyed it a lot. And I think that it helped in unblocking certain emotions that can be very, very difficult to deal with. So yeah, that's one thing that I feel we're lucky, so lucky to have the internet, that it can be a tool that we can really, really use towards doing a lot of good. And I still don't know how I personally can do that, but I'm looking for it. So that's about it for tonight's talk. My throat is needing water. It's feeling a little rough. So to finish this podcast, I'm gonna read another poem, and then I'll be on my way out of your ears. So and we took off our shoes, any kind of shoes or restriction. We let it loose, we let ourselves go loose. And then, only then, we dance. Only then did we truly dance. My name is Noémie Zumer, and this is the Sound Vision podcast for artistic and independent action. Much love. Good night.